not bend. Game time. Run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between our visitors. Get ready to settle in for an entertaining 4 quarters. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Hansen. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Herbert on first down now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on second down. Herbert flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The AFC punt team out there now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one goes for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
the gun now on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll try and run right on the option. And he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
McPherson's kick is good.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through this time in the Pro Bowl.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for the AFC set to go now.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They find some open field. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the AFC has taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The AFC out to kick it away as they send this one in the air. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this one is right down the middle.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Now back to throw. Roberts got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. He'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll go with the keeper. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown NFC. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The AFC offense set to take their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
86 yards rushing for him now in this first half of the Pro Bowl.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your team.
Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down as they have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They'll
set up to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to go down again. They're going to try and throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The coverage good that time by the NFC defense brings up fourth down. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
Now puts it on the carpet. It's out. And that's picked up by the AFC.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And as a result, possession switches hands. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And a whistle, and I think we've got some movement up front against the NFC.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
59 yards. And the NFC has now cut it to within 1 score.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The offense for the AFC set to go now.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The AFC punt team out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now this one has been fun so far, as the Pro Bowl usually is. A lot of relaxed faces out there. 2nd and 10.
He'll look to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the 4th. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in instead?
And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The AFC out to kick off as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And he will be taken down, but not before he's got the NFC first down. So they take a chance on fourth. Why not in this game? And it's going to pay off with a new set of downs.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Back to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
That's good, hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for the AFC set to go now.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick it.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And that changes everything here in OT.
Four quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. The AFC punt team out there now on for a very important punt here in overtime. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this is going to set up 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, NFC. A 2-yard touchdown run. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.